was a funeral scene that actually it was when Lizzie Q, Tantu Cardinal, was dying. And so they're outside and they're surrounded. And we wear these black shawls that basically have really long black fringe. In particular, at funerals, where they always wore them. And so Lily has the shawl on. It has this crisscross fringe, and she's supposed to keep the shawl on, hold a comb, and then have her mother's hair and be combing her mother's hair to soothe her as she's passing. And she couldn't figure out how to get her fingers through this. And I said, Lily, what does he have you doing today? And she said, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to keep this on and work with all this fringe around my hands. And I said, well, you don't have to keep it around your hands. So I said, let's fold it in a more utilitarian way rather than do this, because that script changes daily. And then when they get up to set, where normally you're like, oh, this and this and this and this will happen. Well, you get up there and it's, everything can change. So all of a sudden she's sitting there and she's kind of like, well, what I thought we were supposed to be doing has completely changed. Now I've got to be using my hands. So I folded it underneath her arm and I flipped it back, which is in a lot of the research photos from a lot of the Gray Horse women and different women. But Molly, all the sisters, everyone did wear their shawls like this. So I just flipped it over and I said, now I want you to start combing your mother's hair and let me see how it looks and how do you feel? So what you're really doing is making them feel as confident in the scene as you possibly can in something that feels foreign when you put it on. And so that was really my goal with every one of the ladies. I call them all the sisters.
The sisters. It was such a visually impactful story. Obviously, the story just touches all of our hearts.